DreAllDay.com.
Before we start, please like and comment on this video so I can get your feedback. Also, click that subscribe button so you can get all the new content I'm dropping on this channel. And the free book, the Mental Handbook, physical book, Work on Your Game University, just take care of the shipping and handling, send this right to your doorstep. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. We are here at NBA 2017 season preview. We're here to talk about some of you Californians' favorite team, the LA Lakers. I don't know how many LA Lakers are still claiming the LA Lakers these days, but we're going to talk about the Lakers right now since they had the second worst record in the NBA, worst record in the Western Conference last year. I'm looking at their roster and we're talking about what we think is going to happen with the Lakers this year coming up. First of all, let's talk about last year. Kobe Bryant was on the team. It was his last year in the league. He was on his last legs, literally. Couldn't really get to the basket like he used to. He was mostly a jump shooter, and he still had to get the ball because he still had that Kobe Bryant mentality. So I feel like him being on the team, even though Kobe's one of the greatest, probably one of my top 10, top 5 favorite players of all time, Kobe being on the team retarded the growth of all the Lakers' young guys. Julius Randle, D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, who else they got? Whatever other young guys they had on the team last year. But those three guys specifically, I don't know how high of a draft pick Clarkson was, but I know D'Angelo and Julius Randle both top 10 picks. So him being on the team kept the ball out of their hands. Him being on the team was good in the fact that he could be like a ambassador for them, or a mentor, really is the word I'm looking for. He was a mentor to the young guys that teams need. Unlike the Sixers, who didn't have a mentor guy on their roster last year, Kobe is a great mentor guy, even though Kobe is not he's not an Elton Brand like I talked about on the Sixers, a guy who's was sitting on the bench, not playing many minutes, not getting the ball much, but mentoring the young guys. Kobe Bryant wasn't the guy who was willing to do that. Probably wasn't even able to do that. Probably not even in his mental wiring to do anything like that. And that hurt the Lakers. I think that hurt the Lakers' next 5 years for them to give Kobe what he wanted his last year. And again, it was great for the fans. It was great to see. It was great for Kobe. But it was not good for the future of the Lakers because those guys could have developed a whole lot more last year if, number one, Kobe wasn't in there taking all the damn shots. And number two, they didn't have a terrible coach in Byron Scott. Byron Scott was not a good coach for the LA Lakers. Several reasons. Number one, he had this old school mentality of this is how we did it back then. Players shouldn't be doing this. Byron Scott even made comments about not wanting players to shoot three-pointers, and he wanted to tell everything to Kobe Bryant. He wanted to honor Kobe Bryant and get Kobe the ball, get Kobe all these shots, let Kobe get his shine. Listen, Kobe Bryant's a great player, and as a fan, yeah, I would want Kobe to go try to score 35 every game too. If I was paying for it, if I paid for my seat, I want to see Kobe try to get 30. But if I work for the Lakers, no, I'm sitting Kobe down like, listen, bro, you done had a great career. You're one of the greatest players of all time. Every once in a while, you're going to have a night where you're doing your thing and you can give the fans a show. But listen, you know, just like I know, that any business has to plan for the future. You are you're not the current. You are the past. Now, you want to play one more season here? I love you to play one more season. This is what I need from you, Kobe. I need you to be Kobe every once in a while. You're going to have your 5 or 10 nights this season where you're going to be Kobe. But other than that, I need you to mentor these young guys. I need you to mentor these guards. Mentor a guy like Nick Young, who could possibly become a mentor to these guys next year when you're gone. But if we gonna, no, that ain't going to happen. But maybe he could have offered it. Mentor D'Angelo Russell. Mentor Jordan Clarkson. These young guards. Show them the ropes. Show them how to handle themselves off the court. Show them how to handle themselves on the court. Teach them little things that me as a coach can't even teach them, but you can teach them as a player because you have their ear. Talk to a guy like Julius Randle. Show him some stuff that only you can show him, being who you are, Kobe Bryant. You're one of the greatest players of all time. Please mentor these young guys. That's what I need from you. I need you to be a mentor. And the thing is, they're going to listen to you more than they even listen to me because you on the court doing it because of what you've done in your career. But I need you to leverage that so that these young guys listen to you, man. That's what I need from you this year, Kobe. Can I count on you for that? I don't need you to score 20 points a game. I don't need you to take 30 shots. I don't need you to try to put on the show because it's your last year and fans are honoring you and all that. And then as a coach, after I had this conversation with Kobe, because bottom line is I'm more in charge than Kobe is. If I'm Byron Scott, I got more say than Kobe does. Kobe might not like it, but listen, they're not going to fire me in the middle of the season because I'm not honoring Kobe enough. At least I don't think the Lakers are that crazy. The Lakers front office is kind of crazy, so who knows? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Then I'm going to go to the press, and I'm going to make sure this is known publicly. I got to put it out there publicly because when the Lakers go on the road or even at home, fans are buying tickets to the Lakers game because they're like, yo, this is my last chance to see Kobe. But I'm going to make sure that they understand, listen, is your last chance to see Kobe, but this is what we doing this year. This is the protocol. This is how we handling things. So this ain't going to be a Kobe Bryant try to score 50 every game just so he could get the fans to show because they paid for the tickets. No, no, no. We trying to build for the future here, and our future is these guys who are 19 and 20 years old, not this 36-year-old or however old Kobe is, dude trying to get his last glory. This is the kind of conversation Byron Scott needed to have with Kobe Bryant, but he didn't have with Kobe Bryant. He came out publicly talking about, well, yeah, Kobe got to get his shots. We got to get a ball to Kobe. These young guys got to fall in line. They shouldn't be shooting so many threes. We got to make sure the offense is run through Kobe. Like, how you going to run the offense through Kobe and win? Obviously, you can't. The Lakers won 17 games last year. I think it was 17, give or take. That's what happens when you try to run the offense through a guy, Kobe Bryant, guy who's on his last legs. He was on his last legs. You can't do it. And that's why Byron Scott got fired. And that's why the Lakers were so terrible. That's why he got fired. The only person who got what he wanted out of it was Kobe. Byron Scott didn't get to keep his job despite doing that. The Lakers front office looked terrible despite doing that. The only person who got any benefit was Kobe. The young guys didn't get any. They got some benefit from being around Kobe, I'm sure. But they could have developed a whole lot more if, number one, Kobe wasn't around doing what he was doing. And that would have happened had the Lakers had the right type of coach. Byron Scott was not the right type of coach, and he paid for it with his job. I don't know who would hire Byron Scott as a coach after what he did for the Lakers this past year. Personally, I don't know. Who do you think? Any of you fan of a team who will hire Byron Scott? But anyway, let's look at what we got now since Kobe Bryant is gone. LA Lakers have these young guys who I mentioned already. The future for this team is Jordan Clarkson, who they just gave him a big contract. I didn't know if Jordan Clarkson was part of the future, but when they gave him the contract, he became part of the future. Jordan Clarkson, number one, he's 24 years old. So he's kind of, that's not even close. He's still got 4 or 5 years before he even gets into his prime. So Clarkson, of course, you have D'Angelo Russell, who's only 20 years old, 6'5", 20-year-old point guard. And you got Julius Randle, who's 6'9". He's 21 years old. And I seen a video, I think, on Instagram of Julius Randle when he was in high school. Man, that was crazy. I didn't know he was doing that when he was in high school. But anyway, we're not talking about high school. We're talking about now. Lakers got a whole lot of young guys on their team. Again, as I said in the Sixers video, a lot of these guys are training camp additions. So not all of these guys are even going to be on the roster when the season starts. But who we think are going to be on the team? Lou Williams, of course. Lou Williams is 29 years old. So you could say Lou Williams is in his prime. Nick Young is 31. You could say Nick Young is in his prime. Maybe the tail end of his prime, but in his prime. We're going to talk about them in a moment. Larry Nance Jr., another young guy. He's not as highly ranked as these other dudes, but he's, I believe, part of the future for now. Timofey Mozgov, 30 years old. You can say he's in his prime. And, oh, my God. The Lakers drafted Brandon Ingram. Good pick. I don't watch college basketball, but from the highlights I saw, and the fact they drafted him that high, I'm guessing he was pretty good in college. Showed some promise. So that's why they picked him up. They picked up Jose Calderon, who's 34 years old. He's a veteran presence guy. Luol Deng, 31 years old, another veteran presence guy. Luol Deng is the best pickup they had this offseason because veteran presence. He's a respected guy. He's been an all-star, and he can still get on the court and actually play. Luol Deng is the most important player the Lakers have this year because of his mentorship of the young guys. Very important. Jose Calderon, I don't know anything about his communication skills, but he's been on many teams where he's been respected as a leader, and I know he's a solid player even though he's an older guy. Jose Calderon is going to be important to that team too, but I think Luol Deng number one. Now here's some question marks at the Lakers. The Lakers have several question marks, big question marks. Number one, why are Lou Williams and Nick Young on the team? And that's not because Lou Williams and Nick Young can't play. Lou Williams can play. Wasn't he Sixth Man of the Year a couple years ago, or at least close to it? I know Lou Williams can play. Nick Young has talent, yes, but Nick Young I don't know anywhere Nick Young has played where he's been a solid contributor where you like, damn, I'm glad we got Nick Young on the team. Look what he did tonight. I've never personally heard anyone say that about Nick Young. Has Nick Young ever played for a team where people said that about him? If any of you know, tell me. I don't see Nick Young as a guy, especially when you got a team of young guys. I don't see Nick Young as a guy you put on the roster because he's like an example. If you're going to have veteran guys on a team of all young people when you're rebuilding like the Lakers are, the veterans, the guys who are like 28 and up, age 28 and up, especially dudes who's over the age of 30, they got to be example guys. Like guys who show up every day, do the right things, play the right way, and will put the young guys under their wing and say, hey, this is what you need to do on the court. This is how you do things off the court. Same thing I said about the Sixers. I'm going to say this probably several times when we talk about the bad teams from last year's NBA season. You need these veteran guys. You got to have the right kind of veteran. Nick Young, nothing personal against Nick Young, but Nick Young is not the right kind of veteran. If he is, if anybody disagrees with that, please tell me why in the comments. He's not that guy. Lou Williams, I think Lou Williams is a good player. He's a guy who will come off the bench and he will light up. He will light it up every couple nights. He's going to have his nights every year where he lights it up and really makes plays. But why is Lou Williams on the team when your future is in Ingram is what? Is he a small forward or a shooting guard? They got him listed here as a small forward. He's a wing player. Jordan Clarkson's a guard who could probably play both spots. D'Angelo Russell's a ball-handling guard. Lou Williams is a ball-handling guard. He's not Kyle Korver, pass me the ball and I'll take one dribble and shoot. Lou Williams is a guy who needs the ball in his hands so he can do his thing off the bounce and create. Why do you have him on the team? Why is he on the team? Your future is in D'Angelo, Jordan, Ingram, as far as the backcourt guys. Why is Lou Williams on the team? I have no idea why the Lakers added him to the roster. He was on the team last year when Kobe was on the team. Why would you have Lou Williams and Kobe on the same team? I don't get it. Who else is going to touch the ball with those two guys on the team? It makes no sense. And Nick Young, Lou Williams, Nick Young, and Kobe on the team at the same time? Where's the logic in that? I have no idea what the Lakers were doing last year. I still have no idea why these two guys are still on the team now. Those guys both need to go. Nick Young needs to go, and the other guy, I just forgot his name. Lou Williams needs to go. Now here's another question mark for the Lakers. They got two more question marks that we really need to address. Let's address the simplest one first. Timofey Mozgov. The Lakers obviously had a lot of money they wanted to throw around in free agency. They tried to sign. Of course, they made overtures to all the big free agents. KD and everybody else who was a free agent. Al Horford was a free agent. I thought the Lakers were going to actually sign somebody. I thought they were going to get one of the star free agents. They did sign some people, but I thought they were going to get one of the star free agents. Apparently, obviously, they didn't. But they did sign Timofey Mozgov, fresh off leading the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA championship. And I say that tongue-in-cheek. How much did they sign Timofey Mozgov for? They don't have the entire amount of the deal. I know it was a big contract. $16 million per season is what he's making for the LA Lakers. And that contract will only go up or it's going to stay the same. I know it's not getting smaller. $16 million a year for Timofey Mozgov. Okay. Now, it's not even about the amount of money because it's all relative based on the NBA pay scale and all of that. But Timofey Mozgov is not a guy who, what are you getting out of Timofey Mozgov? Let me ask that question. He plays every night. He's going to be the starting center. He's playing 30, 35 minutes a game. What are you getting out of Timofey Mozgov? You tell me. Somebody tell me in the comments. What are you expecting from Timofey Mozgov, especially Lakers fans? You're a Laker fan. The logic is he's going to play 30, 35 minutes a night. He's going to be the starting center. He's going to be out there. What are you getting out of Timofey Mozgov? What are the stats you expect from this guy? I'm going to say from Timofey Mozgov, you get about 13 points. Hopefully he can grab 10 rebounds. I'm going to bet that Timofey Mozgov can grab 10 rebounds. He's 30 years old. He's in his prime. He just won a championship. I'm betting this guy, he's 7 feet tall, and he better grab 10 damn rebounds a game. At the price that they're paying him and the amount of minutes he's going to play, he better get 10 rebounds a game. All right, that's the minimum. To get the points, just get some damn rebounds, Timofey Mozgov. And that's enough. We ain't putting too much time into Timofey Mozgov. The Lakers then went and signed, and this was not too long ago. I'm recording this in early September. They signed Yi Jianlian. Yi Jianlian, I think that's how you pronounce his name, a.k.a. Chairman Yi. If y'all don't know why they call him Chairman Yi, you need to look back to the year that he got drafted, which I don't know exactly what year it was, not important. But the year that Yi got drafted, right, he was doing all the, you know how the NBA rookies do the workouts. So the guys who want to get drafted, they do workouts. They'll go to teams and do workouts, or they'll work out against each other. So they'll have some workouts where they'll bring in like 3 or 4 guards who all expect to go in the first round and have them work out against each other. But many of the higher picks, the guys who are projected to go in the top 5, top 10, they won't work out against other players because they don't want to get shown up. They don't want to get embarrassed. They don't want to look bad in the workout. And then their draft stock will drop, which costs them money. That's the reason. That's the real reason. The good reason a lot of players use is I don't want to get injured, or they'll just say, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any workouts for any teams. Listen, you either pick me with what you know or you don't pick me because they know that somebody's going to draft me. Yi didn't want to do any workouts against any other players. So when Yi was doing his workouts, they would put a folding chair on the court and Yi would do moves against the folding chair. So Bill Simmons, one of my favorite writers, probably my favorite internet writer, definitely, he started calling him Chairman Yi because the Celtics was possibly thinking about taking him. Chairman Yi, because he's making all these moves. He's dunking on chairs. He's doing post moves against a chair. All right, why did they have him playing against a chair? Why don't you just get a person that just pound him with the pad and foul him or something? Or just have him do moves. Why is he doing it against a chair? It was really funny watching him do moves against a chair. But anyway, he's been out of the NBA. He hasn't even been playing in the NBA. He just played in the Olympics for China. And I don't know what he did there. Maybe he made some good plays. I know he's put up good stats playing in China. but dudes be averaging, who was it? Wasn't Michael Beasley over there averaging like 40 in China? But anyway, not to discredit Michael Beasley, but players get inflated stats playing in China for whatever reason. I've never played in China. I don't know why, but they do. Yi Jianlian, he played in the NBA, and he was a bum when he was in the NBA. He didn't do anything. He was not a player of any substance. The Lakers signed him to an $8 million contract. Why? Why sign Yi Jianlian when you have Brandon Ingram? Why? Because they both play small forward. Now, Luol Deng plays small forward, but Luol Deng can take Brandon Ingram under his wing and explain to him, listen, I know this is what I've been through, this is where I've been, these are things you understand. And Luol Deng went to Duke, Brandon Ingram went to Duke. What can Yi Jianlian say to Brandon Ingram? Somebody leave that in the comments, please. Somebody leave me in the comments. What do you think Yi Jianlian is going to tell Brandon Ingram is going to help him in his basketball career? And if anybody has anything, I would really like to know. Please tell me. And also tell me, what is Nick Young going to tell Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell? And I know they had the off-court thing with the recording and Nick Young talking about the girls he was messing with while he was supposed to be dating Iggy. We're not talking about that here. This ain't no damn TMZ. What is Nick Young or Lou Williams, either one of them, going to teach Jordan Clarkson or D'Angelo Russell? Anybody has any information, let me know. And also, what is Yi Jianlian going to teach anybody on the Lakers? Any player at any age. Yi Jianlian. Why did they sign him? Lakers fans. I know there are Lakers fans out there. The Lakers have a huge fan base. And if you was a Laker fan when they won them titles with Kobe and Powell, and then back then with Shaq and maybe with Magic Johnson, listen, let me know. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, let me know. What are the Lakers doing? Why they sign Yi Jianlian? Number one, answer that question. Why they sign? Well, I know why they signed Timofey Mozgov. They need a center, so I understand them signing him to a deal. Why they paid him that much money? I guess just because the way that the economics work, they had to give him that much. So I get Timofey Mozgov, even though Timofey Mozgov is not going to give you $16 million worth of production. I get why they signed him. But Yi Jianlian, please explain to me Yi Jianlian. You ain't got to explain Timofey. I understand Timofey. Why is Nick Young and Lou Williams still on the roster? Why are they on the team? They don't need to be on this team. Luke Walton is the coach. There's a positive. I forgot to mention that. Luke Walton's the coach of the Lakers. That's a great move by the LA Lakers, signing Luke Walton. Not signing another one of these retread coaches who've been coached like 4 different teams and wasn't successful with none of them. Why do NBA teams keep signing coaches like that? We'll probably get to that as we get further into these. But why do they keep signing these retread coaches who have not been very successful, but they keep getting jobs? Why do you do that? Why do they keep signing these guys? Anyway, we'll get to that when that time arises. Luke Walton is a great pickup by the Lakers. Played for the Lakers, respected guy, very highly respected assistant coach. He helped the Warriors keep going undefeated as he was coaching. I guess he has an undefeated coaching record. Wasn't he undefeated coaching the Golden State Warriors during the time he was the #1 guy while Steve Kerr was out? So anyway, Luke Walton, a great pickup. I don't know who's on his coaching staff, but him being the head guy is a great move by the Lakers. I think Luke Walton, #1, the fact that they are in Los Angeles was a great city. #2, and then having those young guys, D'Angelo, Julius, and Jordan Clarkson, and Brandon Ingram. Those are the benefits for the Lakers right now. If any of you know of any other benefits for the LA Lakers, we're searching for them. They're on the side of a milk carton. Let me know. What else positive the Lakers have to look forward to coming into this season? I can't see anything else. If there's anything else, I don't know what it is. Thusly, I can't talk about it in the video, but y'all can talk about it in the comments. Next one. Let's see what we're going to talk about next. Because we're doing this by standings, for those of you who don't know. I'm going by the standings of the NBA season last year. I'm going to go from the worst teams to the best teams. So the best teams, champion Cavs, they'll be last. And when it gets to the playoff teams, it'll just be in order of record, but we know the Cavs beat the Warriors, even though the Warriors had the best record. Even though actually the Spurs actually had a better record than the Cavs too. But anyway, the Cavs will be last. So we got the Suns had 23 wins, and in the Eastern Conference, the Brooklyn Nets will be the next team up. Brooklyn won 21 games last year, and I don't even know who was on Brooklyn's team. So that'll be fun. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody, work on your games. Dre all day.